All right, all my little YouTube motherfuck faces. Once again, you have found your way to Validation Boy live stream, May 28th, 2018. Your favorite host in all of Flat Earth YouTube, Validation Boy, sits right in front of you. Yes, there's a secret portion of the show that happens for those who watch live. If you miss it, too bad, so sad. It gets edited out. It's for a special club of those who I consider true. So, that being said, what we just had was really one of the most drawn out and epic secret intros, blacked out intros of all time in the history of this show. It was rather intense. We got Face, formerly known as I Am Face, to concede on something very important, proving a point, proving many points. One, also, that Face just wants to fit in. But is that such a bad thing? It's okay. Caught you there, Face. See how that shit burns? Either way, much respect to everybody. You're all welcome here. Face is more than welcome here. You know, let's do the first 5 in the live. I'm going off sheer memory. Let's see if this thing will actually let me go back up to the top, because we've been on for like 12 minutes or something already. Okay, yeah. I'm going off pure memory. In at number 1. I don't know if it was Rob S. or if it was Ohio. Fuck. Well, on sheer seniority, and not playing favorites in any way, but in sheer seniority, tonight's first participant in the live chat was Rob S. Golf clap. Rob S. In at number 2, They Lie, Ohio. In at number 3, OJ McBaggins. In at number 4, Ed Upside Down Head. Fantastic former guest. And not to say that others mentioned in this list are not also former guests that were also fantastic. And in at number 5, somehow, out of sheer defiance, proving a point, I don't know what it means to her exactly, but there's something she's achieved. And it's like, a brand new plant sprouting in the middle of the most harsh desert you can imagine, a flower budding in a barren wasteland. Somehow, out of sheer defiance, she has achieved. I don't even know if I should say this, but it's damn near the truth. It seems as though Twitwit, the number 5 participant, is actually somehow the queen of the Validation Boy live stream chat. Not of the show, because the show has no queens, only one king. That is Validation Boy. The real queen that is in Validation Boy's life, the one that he loves, has nothing to do with this show. The show is so dark. Okay. But as far as the chat itself of my show, out of sheer defiance, I don't know what it means to her that she's done this. I don't know why she has done this. I don't know if it's out of defiance to an imagined patriarchy or anything like that. But Twitwit has become the domineering female of Validation Boy live stream chat. So in essence, she's the queen by force. That's by force. It's done out of violence, because she's not here in the name of love for the community or for Validation Boy live stream. She's been a guest in the past, but she's a troll. She's a troll. She hates me, just like Tim Osmond does. They all hate me secretly, but they hang around. It's okay. I don't need the validation of anyone. Anyone. I used to look for validation in, John LeBon. Fucking, who else? Who else? I don't even know. It's the only channel I ever really kind of like ever at any point looked up to or something. Don't really know. I know why I did, but I know that I don't now. But yeah, you know, side note, who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a fuck? Let's move on from that fucking subject. But that's your top fucking 5. Excuse me, your first 5 in the live. Okay. Man, so much going on in here. Okay. Wow. I mean, so much going on in here. We had a pretty intense pre-show warm-up. You know, if you didn't see it live, too bad, so sad, man. Too bad, so fucking sad. You missed out. Legendary super looming standard refraction hyena. Okay. Says, hit that super chat so we can get VB a gold-plated pair of lungs. Oh, it's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. Shill Watcher, someone who has joined us with 1 subscriber and no content, says, link please, and really wants to participate, but no. We have theories on who we think it is. But yeah. Face wants a link. No, you're not getting a link. Twit, VB is so ace. Yep, thank you. I am ace. Thank you. Ed says, I love it. Andres has joined us. And once again, I always pump for Andres' channel. Please subscribe. You see his name right there. Click on it. Go to his channel. Subscribe. My show will still play. Come right back. Doesn't matter. It's ANDRZACE. Okay. And we've been joined by Non-Schooling, who says VB is setting the record straight. Man. Rob S. LOL. The advertisement on Dell's show. What's that? I don't know. Oh, and then legendary super looming standard refraction hyena says Twit was first by default. See, that's, isn't it so typical? Wouldn't a queen who came in like 9th or shit, you know, like what? She was like 13th or something over here, 12th. And, you know, she claims that she's first, and several people play right along. See that, Red Pill University? That's how that fucking GPV works. You know all about that, bro. Schlominger says Twit was first. Oh man, rigged. I'm rigged. I'm part of a secret media company. Apparently, me and Jed Skeptic, we're members of some kind of media alliance. We work for the Hollywood JEWs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, or something. I don't even know. I'm not even going to give any attention to that because it doesn't even make any sense to me. I don't even know how I'm being talked about and shit in a certain circle. I don't even know how that's even possible. Thanks to someone in there who's fucking cool as fuck. Oh, it's another actual. It's not really. Well, it's a dude that I look up to. That dude, he gave me a heads up. Said, just letting you know, man, craziness abound. And I said, thank you. You know. Shill Watcher says, I'm up to 2 subs there, Mr. VB. Is Cat Earth joined us in here? Oh, yeah. OJ McBaggins said, I only subbed you so I can watch you watching me. Because OJ McBaggins is a shill too. Agent OJ. Oh, yeah. OJ McBaggins. Or the correct way to say it, OJ McBaggins. All right. Oh, man. And OJ McBaggins, please, man, if you want, sample that and use it, you know, on your channel. Shill Watcher, I heard your guest from a couple weeks ago, Lanny, was killed by cancer. Oh, no. I mean, in reality, not true. Oh, Evil Reflection 9 has joined us. Evil Reflection 9 says, LeBron isn't even a human. Quite possible. You know what's even scarier is those people that can grab a Coke can this way. As you can see on one of Evil Reflections channels, he has this video. I'm not sure if it's number 8 or number 9. The person grabs the can this way, and then there's another can next to it behind it, and they grab it that way with their fucking hand backwards, like, but they fully grip the thing because they don't have bones or something. Something weird's going on there, and I don't know why people are documenting this. Are they unaware of the fact that they're shape-shifting? Are they unaware of the fact that they're possibly non-human? And they're still putting these videos out there? I don't know. Some of them seem so proud of it. It's very strange. And I'm glad that Evil Reflection 9 and Evil Reflection 8 and Evil Reflection 6 document these things quite well. Apparently there's no cure for the cancer. Yeah, I don't know why I'm being talked about. I mean, yeah, I stated an opinion that was kind of in concordance with a little bit of what Jed Skeptic Media had said. Subscribe. And, you know, it wasn't all out, though. It was more of like a brotherly love, advice, observation, a little bit from the outside looking in, you know. I know OJ's part of that group. Doesn't matter. He knows that, you know, he knows that that group has cool vibes with a lot of people and bad vibes with other people, and that those vibes shift all around, you know. And like, I personally still to this day perplexed on how, you know, how Glenn and Jeff are now friends. I'm still completely perplexed by that. And does that mean that Dan Pratt is all cool with Glenn now? I mean, whatever. I tried to be cool with Glenn at some point, but eventually he turned on me. And eventually Jeff Stewart and Dan Pratt, guess what? Glenn is going to fucking turn on you guys. And I said this about Glenn to John LeBon and Jed Skeptic Media and Timothy Osmond. I said this about Glenn to them in the past in a live stream. And lo and behold, Glenn turned on all of them too. Even after he had been enemies with them, befriended them, and then turned on them. Oh, seems like a standard operating procedure for the Canadian cuckboy. And you guys are just going to fucking fall for it? Hook, line, and sinker? I mean, I don't know where Dan Pratt stands. And it's really none of my business. It doesn't even matter. As far as I'm concerned, Dan Pratt creates nothing but 100% truth. And he does it humbly in the name of Jesus Christ, our Father, God. Okay? And so there's nothing bad I could ever really say about Dan Pratt, unless he outright attacked me, which I just strongly fucking doubt that would ever happen, because he knows I got nothing but fucking respect for him, man. And but I just don't understand how this is all playing out. And also, I also don't want to really get involved, because then I'm just going to get dragged through it. And I understand I'm already being dragged through it just because of the fact that it came across my fucking channel, you know, briefly. But, I mean, I know that there's this fuck out there, Brian, who's like stalking and doxing and shit. And I know that you guys have been attacked. But at the same time, I didn't have nothing to do with that. I also hate that fucking guy, Brian. So, you know, I was just trying to chime in and just kind of, you know, I saw Dan talking some shit to the guy. And I decided, fuck that, I'm going to pile on. I'm just going to pile on, you know. And that's all I did. That's all it was. I made a short 1-minute video where I'm sitting on my fucking front porch or my back porch, can't remember. And, I just piled on real quick, made a couple points, you know, and then fucking eventually deleted the video because I just don't even want to really, it's not even that important to me, because Bri don't even really fucking exist that much to me. You know, what's the big problem? You know, called him out. He came in here. I trashed him. He didn't get wrenched out. You know, it's just, do you have the balls? You have the balls to fucking hang with Validation Boy. You're welcome to come up in here. Say what you want. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And, he came in one night, and Lori was in here, Jed was in here, and I fucking laid the smack down all over Bri's candy ass and told everyone about his tooth that he needs to brush, you know, if y'all remember. And, you know, it goes back, because with Brian, fucking, I found his channel out of nowhere, sitting around on a Saturday afternoon. Saw what he was saying. I said, hey, check out this song I just made. And it was the IPS song. And he's like, oh, that's fucking fantastic. You know, I said, oh, please mirror it. And he said, oh, it would be my fucking pleasure. I actually begged him to mirror my video into his 24-hour live stream. That was an anti-top brass, basically anti-top brass or whatever, anti-potato, whatever the fuck it was, live stream. I was like, hey, man, please put my shit in your fucking 24-hour podcast. And he did. He had it in there. He was like, thank you. I was like, no, thank you. And we were cool. And then one day I saw in some comment somewhere, he was fucking talking shit, just talking dumb shit. And I said, oh, I see you, bro. And he said, oh, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. He came out with a video. So I watched the video that he titled towards me. And in the video, I see him doing something that he shouldn't even be doing in the first place legally. And then there was certain individuals in the room that maybe the state or the nanny state, but even better, would definitely not approve of. And they'd want to come confiscate those little people, if you get what I'm saying, if they saw you doing that on YouTube with them in the room, you know? And I called him out for that, but privately. And he freaked the fuck out. So then he just kept taunting me in all these public places. I said, okay, fine. You still want to fuck with me? And I told what happened. And I had the screenshots. And that's not even really up for debate. And then he's going to go and attack other people's kids. And then everyone's talking about each other's kids. And now everyone's a fucking pedophile and all this shit. Man, I mean, I feel bad for Jed that he even got that involved. Even that minor little involvement that Jed even had. And Lanny even had. Well, Lanny had major involvement in it. But see, it's not even my shit. I don't barely know these people. Oh, Evil Reflection 9 says, destroy blood over intent. Oh, yeah, that's definitely my intent. Oh, yes. I'm with you right there, Evil Reflection 9. Blood over intent is Satanism. It's witchcraft, it's paganism, and it's materialism. And it's all about worshiping everything that is not our creator, everything that is not our father. It's about worshiping the creation, not the creator. And that's why blood over intent is one of the most disgusting things I've ever fucking seen. It's one of the most horrifying, truly scary fucking things I've ever seen out here. I didn't feel this strongly against it in the past. Deep down inside, I knew I did. I just didn't really say anything. But now I'll come out with it because of the antagonization I've seen from some of the characters that are blood over intent. Not so much the founder, Quasi-Luminous. Not so much him. He's actually remained quite cool with me all along, despite the fact that I'm pretty much going against his entire army. You know, I'm going against his entire fucking army. And I haven't made it all the way around the horn yet because it's fucking huge. But I know where I started. It was with the fucking Lucy Lemons channel with 3 S's at the end. And she's all about that GPV worship. And I don't know if you're with me on that yet, Evil Reflection 9. But just check out my video, Flat Earth, the Global Gynocracy. It's a 5-minute long video. It's about 20 or so videos back, 20, 30 videos back. Flat Earth, the Global Gynocracy. And you'll understand the whole theme of where my channel has evolved into at this point. Because the GPV, the gold-plated vagina, okay, feminism, feminine equality, all this bullshit, all these lies and shit, all this deception, all this fucking role-playing shit, you know what I'm saying? All this LARPing shit where women think that they can do us. It's an assault on on God's children as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And I know not every person that we see out there is necessarily one of God's children. I know that. But it seems as though worship of the GPV is really the biggest conspiracy that affects society or Western civilization. Now Eastern civilization too, quite obviously. It's actually one of the biggest conspiracies out there, if not the biggest one, other than, you know, our Father versus, you know, Satan. But that's not really much of a conspiracy because we know all about that. But anyways, yeah, I'm ranting, and I know Ed's loving it, right? Urine drinking versus blood over intent. Blood over intent is where all the emo kids went after society forgot about the term metrosexual. Huh. That's what Ed Upside Down Head says. Show watcher. So I'm not getting on show tonight. How many subs do I need? Doesn't matter about your subs. It matters about who the fuck you are. And you're a faceless troll. So that's why you ain't getting shit. But you're more than welcome here. So no disrespect to you. But yeah, the show isn't that liberal. I'm not a fucking guest whore like some other people are out here. Yeah, blood over intent is definitely some satanic fucking witchcraft. They Lie Ohio says, me and Jeff Himself and Jeff had differences in the past. Behind us now, I would think. Yeah. Chapin Roberts says, hey guys, Richie from Boston. I found fucking demons today in the clouds. Richie from Boston. I don't know about Richie from Boston. Duality's fulcrum, quad, erat demons. Probably the person themselves says, what do you think about this witch Inanna Snow? Man. Legendary super looming standard refraction hyena. Better than your average Coke hyena. For those of you guys that speak Spanish, you'll understand what a Coke hyena is. Okay. But responds to Shill Watcher and says, you'll need 20,000 subs or a 100K donation. No Coke, only woke. No, so, okay. So, what I'm going to get into tonight involves a little bit of a rabbit hole that I've ended up going down. Okay. I've gone down a strange rabbit hole. Not really that strange, but definitely dark. A deep, dark corner. Okay. But that deep, dark corner isn't even that dark because now it's getting play on Patricia Steer's show via one Mark K. Sargent. Just as Lucy Lemons got play from Mark Sargent, so doth vegan witch, flat earth vegan witch Inanna Snow, or whatever the fuck her name is. Currently, I'm about to take a quick break, and when I come back, I'm going to tell you guys all about a deep, dark rabbit hole I spent the last week or two going down. All right, motherfuck faces, we're back. I know it was a long break, but tonight's a long, drawn-out night. Fuck it. Memorial Day and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it all. Fucking no regrets. Taking my time. Validation Boy live stream. Fuck it, man. Okay? Now, I just want to tell you guys a story. A story time. Validation Boy. It has nothing to do, really. Well, it has a little bit to do. It has quite a bit to do, I guess, with Flat Earth. I don't know. Whatever, man. All right, so here's the story. So, some of you know, I had it out with Hans Wormhat. Hans Wormhat. You know, fucking had it out with him because he just went too far. I just asked him some simple questions on his video. He came over to my channel. You're a fucking transvestite and shit. You're a, you know, all this shit. What, dude? Okay, bro. But he says that about everyone who ever even asks him a question that's not just kissing up to him. Anyone asks any kind of critical, honest question about some of his theories, he just immediately just calls you a tranny. So I didn't really even take it personally. I know that he just says that to everyone all the time. And the thing is that the images we have seen of Hans Wormhat, there's a thing called an FTM, female to male. I'm not saying that Hans Wormhat is that, but others have said that. I'm not saying it, but others have said that. Just letting you guys know. So I ended up making a video. You know, conspiracies by Hans. Fake truther. You know what I'm saying? And after making it, you know, sat around for a while, started getting views later on, and then his channel's got in trouble in the Great Purge. So for a couple days, his channel was down, and anytime anyone searched his name, all they saw was my video. So it got several thousand views, and it opened a lot of people's eyes about certain things, you know. So I looked around to see if other people had made any videos, and lo and behold, Anna Loves the Lord. Okay, a good channel that I've recently been supporting, you know, despite the fact that she goes against some of the people I respect and honestly almost look up to, I guess, in a way. And she goes against them, you know, foolishly sometimes, but other times she goes against the right people. Most of the time she's going against the right people, but not all the time. But, that's how all of us are. Any one of us out here who's truly independent, we're going to have enemies and friends and allies, that cross over and interweave. We're all secret agents in our own little kind of weird way, but not really. I guess social agents. I guess. I mean, I don't even know. All I'm really doing is looking at whatever people put out on YouTube. I don't ever want to go into anyone's real personal life and their personal information and dig any deeper than what they present as the character that they present on YouTube. Be that Curved Water, be that Timothy Osman or, Jed Skeptic Media, John LeBon, anyone. That's as far as it needs to go. That's what the person's putting out here. That's the artist, or that's the content producer that wants to contribute to the discussion that is, truth and flat earth and all this stuff. Then that's what you need to focus on, In other words, all this doxing shit is for fucking cucks and for fucking fags. But anyways. All right, so I see that Inanna makes a video about Hans, exposing him too, So I said, hey, props, great vid. And since then, Anna's been just heading in just a way better direction, or I think what I would prefer her to do, selfishly, for her channel to do. She's been heading more in that direction, and I think it's great. So I've been showing her some support, And then I also saw that there was another channel out there named FakeVamp who made a video about Hans, or a couple videos about Hans, and they were deep, and they were on another level, of a conspiracy that I hadn't really thought about, that being the non-humans and shapeshifters and I guess, but that's different than like reptilians and clones and shit, But so there's people out there that think that there's robotoids and synthetoids and synthetic non-humans and stuff. There's a whole big group of people out here that are into that. I personally, I'm just looking at that stuff right now. I don't really feel the need to get too involved in that because it kind of goes into the whole TI, targeted individuals area and stuff like that. And that stuff is like, I don't know, it's a little bit LARPy sometimes. It can get a little bit LARPy sometimes. Live action role playing and all that shit, But then again, there's a major thing that happened. And I'm not sure if the flat earth community is actually aware of this crazy fucking development, how it involves with the truth community and the hoax and false flag type subjects and that kind of stuff. But some crazy fucking shit went down, okay? Now, so I see that FakeVamp makes a video about Hans. So I started checking out other FakeVamp videos. And I said, oh, this guy's pretty okay, And he's talking about a lot of stuff that I'm not really quite aware of until I listened more and more, and then I started to understand. Start looking up references in the Bible and stuff that he had talked about at some point in one of his older videos. See where he's trying to come from. I know that he's fighting in the name of our Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, But his enemies, I don't know them, but I've seen who they are. And I went and looked up, a little bit of, who's he talking about? And I go and look at their channel, because he puts their name there. Okay, one of them. Well, then FakeVamp gets his channel busted or taken down and shit. So he makes FakeVamp too. He's up to the 370s, If you guys want to go subscribe, I'm not sure if you guys are going to understand it or grasp what he's saying, And I'm not even sure if he wants me sending people there. I don't even know if he even likes me. But, this is the deepest, darkest fucking corner. And I've said similar things last time I was on the air. But, it's just a rabbit hole that I went down. So I don't really care. This is fucking validation boy, man. Look at this. It's the blackness. Okay. It's always been like this. Can you fucking handle it? Okay. So one of the people, he talks about one girl, I guess calling herself Lucifer or something, I think. And ended up being blood over intent and all this shit. Then he's talking about someone who calls himself like some kind of fallen angel named Astaroth or something like that. And then he goes on, and then she makes a response. So then he makes a video and puts her name in that. And then I find out who that actually is. And then she's being a real, bitch back to him in his response, or in her response to him. And it's, not a real bitch. Excuse me. That was just cheap and low and silly. But she's just, replying back to him and trash talking him about, this little thing, that little thing, about whatever, his videos or something. And it's, it ends up being Inanna, flat earth vegan witch or something. I don't even know what her channel is, but I'll link it below. I have to do that. Nathan Oakley called it years ago. Every time you attack or trash a channel or whatever, or give them any kind of attention, they win and shit. Yeah, and I know, and I'm just guilty of that. And it's okay, though. It's all in the name of journalistic integrity, of my opinions, just so I can be an editorial opinion creator and content producer and give you guys my my judgment call on everything I see going around me. Well, it wasn't going on around me, this rabbit hole I was in, but it was just going around. And I was just wanting to observe all these things. So, okay, so this girl out there, and she's claiming that she's some kind of goddess and shit, but then she's anti blood over intent. But then she's new agey, and she won't say that Jesus Christ is God in the flesh and that he came to redeem us of our sins so that we have a chance to be back with our Father, the Creator, God in heaven after we die. She won't go down that road. She's all new agey with her prayers and all this stuff. But she's praying to Gaia and all these other vaginal gods, basically bloody, materialist, yeasty, female gods and shit that represent nothing but the materialistic, narcissistic world of the physical, of the material, the trash world that we live in, that is but filthy rags, as it says in the Bible. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, she's not really a goddess at all. In fact, she looks really a lot more like, your typical fucking trailer park meth head. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Looks can be deceiving, I guess. You can't judge a book by its cover. But, you can kind of smell the patchouli right through the YouTube fucking video. You can smell it right through it. But, I'm not saying anyone in particular, that this applies to anyone in particular. But if you guys are out there and you know what this term means, just think of the term skinny fat. But anyways, yeah. Then there's this video of this, the alleged goddess, she has guns and shit, and she's praying the gay away and everything. And then then she transvestigates herself. Okay. And right on the thumbnail, it's like super suspect and shit, so it's kind of like, oh man, how are you going to transvestigate yourself and look so sus in the thumbnail? It's just clickbait. Because I had heard from people like Evil Reflection 9 and from people like FakeVamp. Okay, I'd learned from them that, and others out there, another female content producer who I can't remember at the moment, the fact that a lot of the trannies, I'm not saying Inanna is a tranny at all, but I'm saying a lot of the trannies are the only ones that are out there calling out other trannies, okay? Which would go in concordance with the whole Hans Wormhat theory that others had presented in the past, that trannies are the ones calling out the trannies, like hardcore, But so while I'm there, randomly, of all the people in the world, and this is like a 260 something sub channel, okay, who's in a beef drama with this new channel I like, FakeVamp 2, and I'm just watching, rooting for him, because I know he's fighting for God, and I know she's not fighting for God. She's fighting for a false God, okay? She's fighting for the deification of her own GPV. It's absolutely horrifying, okay? But lo and behold, fucking, of all the people in the world, here's the comment. They said 3 thumbs up. Job well done, or great job. Okay, or well done, or whatever. It's Timothy fucking Osmond, bro. Timmy's all into it. Oh, Timmy. Oh, Timmy. And Timmy, if you're out there and you're wondering what that video was, well, earlier this week I uploaded a screenshot of said thumbnail of the video we're discussing, and well, not really. It was a shot from the video, and it was I just played the video and immediately paused it, and it's the same thing as the thumbnail, but it's your comment. And then how Inanna, the witch, flat earth, vegan witch princess goddess, replies to you. And I was involved in those comments, and I'll admit it. I deleted my shit, and after I'd done that, it looked really funny. It looked like she was telling you a piece of information, and it looked really incriminating and strange for Timothy Osmond. The real Timothy Osmond, not little Mr. Turncoat Penguin fuckboy. Not that guy, but the actual Timothy Osmond live. It looked funny. And you had trolled me in Jed's video, in the comments of Jed's video, which is entitled Flat Earth Creeps and Doxers, or something along those lines. And you trolled me in a comment when I was just trying to say what's up. So, I got a little aggro. You know what I'm saying? I got a little fucking irritated and shit. And so I trolled you back, made that video, uploaded it, came on your show, told everyone to go check it out. About 30, 35 people watched it, and then I deleted it. Oh, man. It was all in the name of good trolldom and good fun between buddies. So if you're upset about that, Timmy, suck it, bro. Okay? Much love. Timothy Osmond live. Everyone go subscribe. One of the best non-Flat Earth channels out there. In fact, one of the best anti-Flat Earth channels out there. And y'all should honestly subscribe. He hides his sub count. I've given him a good 150 or so new subs. And that's why he's hiding his sub count. He used to be in the 3s. I'm pretty sure he's in the 5s, 6s, possibly the 8s right now. Possibly the 8s. And I know that doesn't fit his image that he's trying to put out there. So he hides that now. Timothy. A truther that has to hide it and shit. But yeah. Yeah, I'll put this channel. It's strange. It's I don't know if it's watchable. John LeBon says, has the flat earth movement brought down NASA yet? No, it hasn't. That's why I'm not even talking about it right now. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. And the thing is that during the whole thing, I believe she shows evidence of really bad scoliosis and talks about it freely, and points it out. And as far as I know, let's just say I have some firsthand experience, not on me, but a family, someone in my family roundabout was in a line of work, and I actually worked with them for a while. And I know all about this. Now, scoliosis, I used to help make body braces that are meant to be worn by young girls who are diagnosed, okay? It's meant to be worn every night while they go to bed. And it will straighten out their scoliosis. And it'll give them a perfect linear abdomen and core. And as far as I know, that can be obtained for free. The government will pay for any female child that has scoliosis. The government will pay 100% of the cost for that child to have a body brace made. And after they were casted and stuff, I would get the casted mold, and I would have to do all kinds of arts and crafts shit on it, and sand the edges down and reshape it, add things to it, wrap it in plastic, vacuum sealed fucking hot sheets of plastic, and make new casts and stuff. It's crazy, man. And that just means that somebody was probably a spoiled brat, or someone's parents were just total trash and didn't fucking care about their child enough to get that taken care of for free. Or, you know, it was taken care of, and like 90 fucking percent of young females that get one of these things made, they just don't like it because it's not comfortable and they don't wear it. And then the rest of their life, their spine is fucked, you know, fucked. And I don't know. Just making observations, just contemplations. You know what I'm saying? Things to think about. I like to analyze behaviors, characteristics in people, get to the bottom of what they're really all about. What kind of person would do something like that, for example, to themselves? What kind of person? Or what kind of person would do something like that to their child? What kind of person? It all makes sense in a roundabout way when people appear to have issues, now doesn't it? So, yes. So that was one side thing. And I'm not going to bother with that anymore. That's silliness. All I know is that person also, I went back and I watched Patricia's and Mark's latest show on Flat Earth and other hot potatoes. And I haven't watched them in many episodes. And I decided to watch this one. Just got a feeling, I bet relevant things will be said this time. I think because what Dan Pratt had made a video about it. And they had talked about Dan Pratt. I was like, they're talking about Dan Pratt on the air. Let's see what else gets talked about. So I went and I watched it while I was doing something. I just put it on in the background. And Mark Sargent gave that channel a shout out too. But then someone else said something along the lines of, or maybe it was Mark said, you better watch out. I think Inanna Snow is on your, the vegan witch princess is on your watch list, you know? So I know that Inanna Snow is not very friendly and has quite a few enemies. By default, myself being one of them now, because of the fact that she's anti-creator, she's anti-father, and she's pro-GPV to the death. She's like ride or die with that shotgun of her GPV powers. And I just can't take all the skinny fat. I can't take it. I can't deal with it. It's not for me. I'm opposed to the approach. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that she's trying to pray the gay away. I think that's cool, you know? But overall, can't do it. And I got to take FakeVamp 2's side in all this. And I don't know how Evil Reflection stands, but, you know, and I'm not even part of this. But see, that's why I don't want to even be part of it. But this is just my 2 cents. This is the weird rabbit hole that I went down, you know? And is Dan Pratt in here? Oh, I don't know. Face with the grin. Okay, yeah. But yeah. So that's all I got to really say about that. I'm not really down. You know, I was thinking about making a compilation after, you know, hearing some of the things that this vegan witch goddess, self-proclaimed vegan witch princess goddess, did or whatever. After hearing that stuff, and then hearing in the past some shit from some other flat earth females out there, several of them, I was like bound and determined to put together a compilation entitled it, Is This Where Flat Earth Is Heading? You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. You know? And these channels, because of their GPVs, they get instant credit. They don't have to do any work. Okay? They don't have to do any work. Their fucking shit explodes. Okay? And that shows us where society is at. It shows us where the flat earth community, and I don't even like to use that word, but it shows us where the people who are on here talking about this level of stuff, that community, that includes Dan Pratt and John LeBon equally, and me, and Face, and Ed, and Gem Panda 2012, and everybody. It involves all of us. That level, you know, it just shows that level, that group of people are still succumbing to the tippy top of the mystery hoax hierarchy pyramid that John LeBon proposed, but which I capped off. You know, you may have started it, John LeBon, I perfected it. But anyways, I kind of spoilered everybody. You know, I'm not even sure if John Laban himself even realizes that that was what the capstone of his pyramid really is all about, you know, and that is the big thing, you know. And see, FakeVamp too doesn't like the fact that I think that that's the big daddy conspiracy. He thinks that the shapeshifters and all that's more important. But, you know, maybe he's right. But see, is that a subject that can really be, you know, confirmed, affirmed, proven, really proven? You know what I'm saying? I know there's video evidence of it, but we're talking about video. We're not talking about in person. I've seen shit in person. I've seen weird things happen in my life. I'm damn near 40. I've seen crazy things all through my life. I've seen crazy paranormal fucking things, you know. But in the end, I still humble myself before the Creator and understand that I'm powerless without the protection of Jesus Christ and God, you know, the Father. And so I just submit to that and I trust in that. And that's all it's about anymore, you know. That's all it's about anymore. That's why I have no fear. And the only thing really to fear, that really people should fear, you know, besides immense pain, I guess, is just death, you know. But there's really no fear after death because you wouldn't be existing in this physical form and have consciousness and perceive things like time and space unless you were created. Okay? And that's the end of the story on that one. Everybody knows that. That's not up for debate. But anyways, so here's the thing. FakeVamp is out there, okay? And then some shit goes down, whatever. And then he decides to make a video, all right, which I'll link below, where he's calling out and he says, this video is not for regular humans. This is not for actual people. This is for only demons and synthetics and things like that, you know, demons. And then he's saying basically, hey, all of you, okay, you're all condemned. And what you need to do is use this flesh body and sacrifice it in the name of Jesus Christ. Do something that is productive and shows God, Jesus Christ, our Father, our Creator, that you are trying to make amends with him. That's what he says. He doesn't address the video to anybody in particular. Okay. Now, the very next day, a channel that this individual FakeVamp 2 has been involved with and has videos titled after and has a history with. Okay. Apparently, okay, and this is official mainstream media news, okay, goes and shoots up a restaurant in Oklahoma, and then 2 armed citizens take him out and kill him. And they put his picture up, and it's the same exact picture that is his YouTube profile. And his channel has stopped making videos, and that guy, okay, was named Yahweh Rules 2. And I guess I'll link that channel below too. Funny thing is, when FakeVamp was talking about this guy, Yahweh Rules 2, I was watching his channel and his videos, and there was like 25 views. And it had been up for a long time, long time. 25 views, 30 views, 10 views. Now you go to his channel, 38,000 views. You know, mainstream coverage has gotten to it. But I'm not sure if Flat Earth or if the truth community, if you guys are all aware of that crazy development. Okay. And I'm astounded by the fact that FakeVamp 2 made that video. And then the very next day, Yahweh Rules 2 goes out. Okay, if you watch Yahweh Rules 2's videos, he's talking about how he's possessed by demons, or that his house is possessed and all this shit, and that he doesn't know what to do, and he's being targeted, and all this shit's all crashing down on him, and he's losing his mind, and he's losing it, and the refrigerator is way too loud, and Satan is amplifying the sound of cars on the highway more than other cars, and all this stuff, and he's really like acting like he's really losing it. And then apparently, allegedly, according to mainstream media, that very same individual, which he shows his face on every video on YouTube, and it's the same guy, goes and shoots a whole bunch of people, I guess, claiming that they are demons. And I'm not sure if Yahweh Rules 2 himself had possibly conceded to several people's suggestions that he himself was a non-human or some kind of a demonically possessed entity. It's a little bit mind-blowing. It's a little bit mind-blowing. And for FakeVamp too, it's got to be extra mind-blowing because his channel is so small. But look at the results. And I'm not saying he did that to that guy at all. No, I'm not saying that at all. But look at that crazy fucking connection. How crazy is that connection? You know, and it's funny. I was watching The Voice, that fucking singing contest, as I told you guys about before. Okay. And when I told you guys about that show, The Voice, I compared it to American Idol and how American Idol is just a disgusting scam compared to The Voice, which itself is a disgusting scam too, but far less, and actually showcases very, very entertaining performances quite often. There's a lot of trash and shit on it too, but you can actually see some fucking stellar vocal and stage performances by artists on that fucking show that are trying, you know, to express themselves and do have talent. And it's fun to mix it up and watch new singers, just even in their fleeting chance. You know, it's a contest. It's fun. We always like game shows, and it's one about singing and being a game show at the same time. So she loves it. I love it. So whatever. Andres, what's up? Yeah. And so it's funny. I was watching, you know, when I talked about The Voice versus American Idol, I really put over The Voice hard. I made The Voice look like $1 million. Is it possible that some producer or somebody connected to The Voice heard that rant? I don't know. Because Alicia Keys gets on stage in the finale, or either the finale or the third to last episode, the second to last live episode, because then they have, you know, some bullshit in between. But anyways, one of those shows, she gets on there with her contestant, and they do a duet. And in the background, there's a massive jumbotron that takes up the entire back of the stage, and it's directly right behind them, so you see it on TV. They have it that way. It's the background. They straight up used the original Validation Boy black dot on white, and they used the actual faded, not so fucking crisp image that you find on the internet that I use on my channel. If you go back and watch all my old first 20, 30 videos or something, that white screen with a black dot, and that black dot zooms in on you. And then I say, hello, YouTube. Validation Boy here. You know, as I do in my trademark fucking style and shit. They used the Validation Boy black dot on white fucking fade in. It was fucking hilarious. And me and my girl looked at you like, what the fuck? I know it. I guess it's generic, but who the fuck does that? Get the fuck out of here. I just thought it was funny. Someone saw it. I know people watch my shit. It's funny. Paranoia. Am I paranoid? I don't know. I don't know. But there it was. Alicia Keys duet. You know, it starts with a red and black dot. And it goes down, and all of a sudden it becomes the Validation Boy fucking black dot, and it starts fading in. It's fuck. We were like, what? Get out of here, man. Get the fuck. Got the fuck. You know? Lewis Hackett. Wow. Lewis Hackett. John LeBon, it's 2018, and I'm listening to a flat earther talk about Alicia Keys' appearance on a TV fucking reality show. What the fuck happened to my life? Oh, John, I feel for you, John LeBon. Oh, I feel for you. The fucking torment of it all. Where has this all gone? No, it was just funny. It was just an anecdotal Validation Boy self-validation, you know. What do you call it? Self-aggrandizement, you know. Delusions of grandeur. Even better, right? Delusions of grandeur. Channel Q. It's the current year, people. Oh, yeah. John LeBon. Wait, so VB believes the TV is copying his black dot style? VB, are you taking the piss? No. It was just really funny to see it because what they do is they start and it's a soft song and they got their piano and they're singing and shit. And it's a red background with a black dot. Okay. That slowly fades into the background and gets smaller. And it's more red and less black. And then all of a sudden, the song goes into, like, if the song breaks in, so then the background changes. And all of a sudden, it's now You know, the trademark validation boy black dot with the white that we all know and love, John LeBon, okay? And it's there. And then it starts fading in, just like the old validation boy videos. I mean, I know it's a generic trope in cinema. I guess it would be. I mean, I've never really seen that exactly anywhere, I don't think, you know, but it definitely is exactly what the first 45 fucking validation boy videos do in a trademark fashion. There's a slim possibility that someone who is assigned to work on computer programs, algorithms that pick up YouTube videos about people talking about The Voice and American Idol, maybe was referred to my video or segment of my video, saw it, maybe paid tribute to me that way, or maybe they just did that and it's just sheer synchronicity. But it is indeed the patented validation boy fucking trademark fucking black dot fade in. And it just happens. And it takes me right in the middle of their song. And I was like, what? I look over and she's staring. I can't believe this is weird. Real weird. Never really seen that exact thing anywhere, I don't think. But anyways, just weird. Probably 100% coincidence. I'm going to default on the side that it was 1,000% fucking likely that it was just pure fucking coincidence, obviously. But a guy can dream. Hey, a guy can dream. Allison says, VB, what's up? Yeah. John LeBon asks, validation boy, do you believe that anybody died on 9/11? Please be honest. I really think that there's a very good chance that no one died at all. And that all the footage we saw was all contrived. All the running around, all that stuff, all the dummies, possibly dummies being dropped out of the windows, possibly. We don't really know. It's shady footage from what was apparently an EMP blacked out, you know, no camera zone or some shit like that. I don't know. See, it's all bullshit. See, there's so much fuckery and bullshit with 9/11. And it was, what, 17 years ago now? Almost. There's a good chance that nobody died. We really don't know. And I'm not going to say that people did or people did not. I can't say either way. Cannot say either way. But there's a very good chance that no one did. It could have all been fake. It could have been. You know, it's always someone's uncle's cousin's hairdresser's car mechanic, you know, that knows the person who, you know, married the guy's sister and it's her brother-in-law's actual, you know, uncle. The dog's hairdresser. You know, so give me a break, you know. There's no one that, my dad died on 9/11. You know, no, there's nobody. You know, my wife died on 9/11 and I'm here on YouTube on your channel talking to you about it. No, you don't exist. They don't exist. Never seen one in my life. Excellent answers, VB. You are easily the least bad flat earther on YouTube today. Oh, look at that. John LeBon is in the positive. John LeBon, I'm more than willing to take this face turn with you, if you will, and join you on that and say, good on you, John LeBon. Even though it does need to be noted that John LeBon did officially adopt Validation Boy's intangible argument finally. He's finally publicly conceded to it in video form. Nicely, discreetly in a 2 or 3 minute video. He thinks he slipped it by, but no. I caught that, John LeBon. You conceded to the intangible sky argument presented by Validation Boy and also presented in an alternate form independently by Dell of Beyond the Imaginary Curve, unbeknownst to Validation Boy. You know, and likewise, him unbeknownst to me, independently. We both came to such great conclusions. So, Allison says she knew a person who knew a person who knew someone who was there, man. Who was there, man. Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I might be offending people. I might be offending Rob S. I know Rob S is up in the Northeast somewhere. I know he's in the tri-state or near the tri-state. I'm not sure if the state he lives in counts as that. But yeah. You are unbelievably stupid, says Lewis Hackett. Yeah. Talking about 9/11 in 2018, longer than 20 seconds, is disinfo and shillery, says Schlumminger. My missing sock has joined us. Smoking gun, plane swallowed by ground in Shanksville and never dug up. Yep. Well, there you go. I remember watching the news on 9/11, and my economics teacher wrote on the chalkboard, Bin Laden. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So what did I talk about? Yeah, I talked about that crazy shit transpiring in that fucking Oklahoma restaurant. Did that guy do that on another YouTuber's suggestion? No, not directly. It can't be proven. But wow, is that of note? Wow, is that of note? You know, interesting. I'll leave those channels that I referred to earlier for you guys to go down and link to, and just subscribe to all of them. Just subscribe. Even just in the name of fairness, I'm going to say this. You can even subscribe. No, don't even. No, fuck that. I'm going to put the link below. You don't have to subscribe to jack shit. Chapin Roberts says, Globebusters use intangible. Well, yeah, they got it from this guy right here. I'm the fucking original guy who fucking presented that shit. And so did Dell, probably even before me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But the way I presented it, the way I talk about it, and there's plenty of videos, and I'm really not going to go into it right now because I've said that before and then still gone to it anyways, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm the guy. The way I presented it is about the best way it can be said. So go back and find out for yourself if you'd like. Are you from Iowa, VB? No, not in the slightest. So yeah. And then there's another thing I want to talk about, but I don't think I'm going to go there. I was going to talk about people who show their faces and who don't show their faces. But, I think I can save that for either a video or another live stream. I can save that topic because there's pros and cons. I want to talk about both sides of it because I was presenting this idea to my woman, my cherished angel of a woman, who's brilliant and beautiful. And if there was anything as a human goddess, she'd be the one. But anyways, I do not deify anyone. There's no one to be deified except the Father. And I say all that stuff kiddingly. But yeah, she's definitely the one, and she's my one and only. But anyways, I don't know what I'd do without her. But anyways, I presented the idea of, fuck it. People need to start showing everyone needs to fucking start showing their faces. Everyone needs to fucking start showing their faces. I'm about sick of it. If you've been on here long enough, it's about time. And she said, no. Reason X, Y, Z, which were 100% logical and really undeniable and undefeatable arguments, which she often can hit me with, which helps me fucking go into very, introspective fucking lanes on this show. But with this assist that she's given me, I feel like I can actually make a constructive, dichotomous, fucking, introspective fucking little presentation out of the whole thing. And I feel as though I can, make that worth a video or a live stream topic for next time. I've said all I need to say on this one, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if you guys think I'm sitting here making Masonic hand symbols or anything. I'm just trying to crack my knuckles to get them warmed up. There it goes. Wow, only got 2 that time. But yeah, I'm torn on that whole thing, and there's a lot of reasons why. But, there's compromises maybe that could be made. I don't know. Got 27 or so watching right now. No need to really hate VB for calling out your channel if you're out there and you've been called out during this episode and you're a skinny fat cuntris or anything. There's no reason to really hate Validation Boy. In fact, you can look into the name and think deeply on what that name, Validation Boy, means to you. And you can, go on about your merry way. And I actually regret that I even got that far down a rabbit hole and even got involved that far. And gladly, you know, I'm here gladly to tell you guys that I'm not going that far down that rabbit hole anymore. And big shout out to those channels that I fucking shouted out earlier. Lewis Hackett's joined us, Andres, Christopher, John LeBon. John LeBon says they faked the Bible back in the 1850s. John LeBon says VB looked like he has lost weight. Looking good, VB. You know what? Thank you, John LeBon. It actually is true. It actually is true. I eradicated Coca-Cola, the only soda I ever drank. I eradicated it from my diet a couple months ago. Zero soda. In the beginning, I was just downing way too much water. Now I've moved on to a nice blend of like 75% water with other, natural fruit juices and stuff like that, just for a little bit of flavor and stuff like that. But then often just water too. And, maybe an occasional small can of caffeine, Red Bull caffeine. I cheat a little, I guess. But, they say that the caffeine fucking gets your metabolism going and stuff, And sometimes I need it because I don't get enough sleep because I'm up thinking, contemplating, thinking about God, our creator, and being a good man, and thinking about how others are potentially good men too, good people out there. I think about, joyous things for others. And I watch other people's content. I say, several hours, sometimes a day, watching other people's content. And I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. And I'm happy for the wars that they wage in the name of God, and just what's in the name of what's right. You know what I'm saying? People don't need to be doing fucking black magic, fucking bloodletting, seance, fucking spell casting and shit. And people don't need to be calling themselves goddesses and claiming that there's particular gods of the underworld and gods of the dead and all this shit, and goddesses and all this shit, and having fucking witchcraft shit behind them, and then talking about praying to God. And people don't need to be fucking flat earth celebrities, be parts of, face it, mockumentaries. You know what I'm saying? Let's face it, and acting like, like I said before, bending over, taking it and saying, oh, at least we're in the camera shot, we'll get noticed. That's not, man, that's not the kind of mentality I want to be involved with. That's why I'm a flat earth conservative. That's why I'm the original, possibly the solitary flat earth conservative. Wow. It's a head scratcher, isn't it? Sugar is cancer. So anyways, you got to humble yourself before God, our Father, Jesus Christ. You got to beg God for forgiveness for your sins. You got to understand that Jesus came here, that's God who came here in the flesh and died for your sins to prove to you that he's real, okay? And that after you die, you will face that same creator. Some of you want to say, oh, you can't say he or she. I say the Father. I say Jesus Christ. Okay. Jesus Christ protects me. Okay. And he will protect you too. If you are sincere and you just simply understand that Jesus Christ is God and he's here to protect. Okay. And yes, there's wheat and there's tare. Okay. God is here to protect his wheat. You say your prayers. If you can't say them, maybe you're tare. These are not terms that I plan on using moving forward, but these are terms that I've been listening to people say. But there's a lot of confusion out there. humbling yourself before God, our creator, it's really logically, honestly, it's truly the most intelligent thing, most self-preserving thing you can do. And is it good to preserve the self? I don't know. But God wants you to understand that you do have a choice. So inherently, I guess you have to have a self. You have to identify and know that you have a choice to either serve Satan or serve God. You know? So, I mean, the self-awareness part of it and self-preservation part of you humbling yourself before God, I mean, I guess that's just all part of the bigger picture. Because in the end, you're going to leave this physical body and you're going to be joined at the right hand of that creator. You're part of that creator. You're with him at that point. And what's bigger than death? What's a bigger event? What? Retirement? Your first job? The fucking prom? Maybe for John LeBon, it was the prom. Oh, burn. Right? Savage fucking 1000% shit. No, anyways. Just kidding, John LeBon. No, what's bigger than that? It's the big payoff in the end. You think about it. You don't have to deal with all the fuckery anymore. And you get to transcend and go to what I assume is just a better place. Unless you're a fucking scumbag and you're a piece of shit and you want to burn for eternity. And you've already made that decision. So, I just pray to Jesus Christ that anyone who's out there trying to harm other people with magic or spells or false prayers or whatever they're doing, that they not even get it back on them. No, but that they get neutralized and that they understand how it's not productive and how it's not really going to happen and how it's not going to work, because Jesus Christ protects those who understand. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, life is a spiritual war. It was sad to see Yahweh Rules 2 go through like complete delirium and then end up apparently going on a fucking murder spree and shit. But shit got a little bit too real. Shit got a little bit too real for that guy. And this is a crazy fucking rabbit hole that I just happened upon. Timmy was there. All these people, Mark Sargent, Patricia Steer. They're all involved in this crazy little rabbit hole that I just got involved in. I was pulled down it. I don't know what happened. It all started back with Hans. It all started way back with my involvement with Hans fucking Wormhat. Hans Wormhat. You know what I'm saying? Hans Wormhat. So you're just yearning for death? No. I'm saying death is the scariest thing. It's the biggest thing. It's the biggest unknown. It's the biggest challenge. It's the biggest hurdle. It's the biggest fucking fear. Okay. And it doesn't need to be so dark and negative and scary, And I believe that after you die, you're going to transcend and you're going to go and be with our creator. And so, I don't see how we could physically be conscious here and exist and aware, okay, unless that was the case. So if you just believe that you die or that God's stupid and all that stuff, Lewis, well then have fun with that, buddy. You're kind of a fucking idiot if you honestly think that. You're ignoring the fuck out of it. Jesus is intangible. Oh yeah. Say what you will, bro. Then that means that this is not real and this is all just a dream somewhere. And that you don't even exist, Lewis Hackett. See? And now how's that even possible? How would that even be possible? Oh, look at that. What a conundrum. Oh, you dumb fuck. You were created by the creator. Now humble yourself. Humble yourself, Lewis Hackett, to God, our Father. You dummy. But anyways, good having you guys all in here. Even you, Lewis fucking Hackett. Lewis Hackett. Glad to have you in here, Red Pill University. Good to have you in here, Ed Upside Down here. Good to have you, Shill Watcher. Good to have all of you, Schlumminger, Twitwit, Timothy Osmond. I know you were stalking about Jed Skeptic Media. OJ, McBaggins, Face. Legendary Super Looming Standard Refraction Hyena. Okay. All of you. They Lie, Ohio. Andres. The Rig. Chapin Roberts. All of you. It's been great. That's the end of the fucking show. You all motherfuck faces. That's the rabbit hole I've gone down, you know? And I give props and I give respect. And I know these people don't really know me, you know, so I can't really like expect them to really, you know, respond or give a shit that I have my opinion. I'm throwing my opinion in there. Because to them, I'm just a, you know, maybe they would even consider me like shilly because I have over 1,000 subs or something like that, which I myself don't even understand how that's even possible. Or that I'm like a lightweight, you know, when it comes to this level of spiritual warfare, but which, you know, I guess I am. And I apologize for that. But I'm enjoying watching what's transpiring, not in the form of entertainment, but in the form of, in the fact that it's work that's actually being done. There's actual work being done. And I fucking want to endorse it. So all praise to the Father. Humble yourself. This has been Validation Boy live stream, May 28th, 2018.